and welcome to this tutorial in which I will paint eyes. I'm very sorry for the low quality of my microphone because Nikki still has our new professional microphone, but I will start anyway. Okay, to start painting I obviously need a sketch, and I have already sketched out most of the drawing, but I am going to sketch out the eyes now. And I first start out with the shape of the eye, and I start with the upper eyelid and then draw the rest. I draw the other eye as well, and I make sure that they are even by flipping the drawing over, like flipping the entire canvas and checking if it's even. It's not really even yet, but it's starting to get somewhere. It takes a long time to get your eyes even, because this is like one of the biggest struggles artists have, I guess, getting even eyes. That's why I hate drawing a person from up front. I also gave her eyelids because I think they look good on a person. I don't like it when they leave out the eyelids too much. And I gave her eyebrows because we need those too. I'm drawing the irises now, and I'm also giving them a little bit of shading later because I want to sketch out the entire drawing first and make sure that I have a certain feel of what's going to be going on, and then I can start coloring in a little bit better. So I added color to the drawing, and I'm going to clean up the drawing by merging the sketch layer and the color layer in one. And this is usually how I paint all my pictures. I just make a sketch, I put colors underneath, and then I start blending the sketch into the colors, and I clean it up and I make it look like that. So yeah, that's basically the first step that I'm doing now, and I'm cleaning it up with the water tool because this also adds a little bit more color than the blur tool, and it can create like more shapes. I think this is more like painting on canvas, like when you take colors and they blend into it. This is just more like painting than actually sketching. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Anyway, I'm using the airbrush to bring out the details again, and I'm doing this on both eyes because we want both eyes to be like nice or stuff. I don't know. They should be nice. Using this technique, this painting technique, makes your drawing have more depth than just shading, like cell shading and stuff like that. Of course you can add it with cell shading and like basic manga shading, but this is more realistic because I'm adding more details, like actually the eyelids and stuff like that. I'm also adding a little bit more color to the cheeks because I blend this in with the eye shading, so it's better to do that right now and not wait a bit. I'm still using the water tool for this because I am absolutely addicted to the water tool. I recommend trying it out soon if you're using SAI. If you're not using SAI yet, start using SAI. Okay, I'm using the airbrush in a black color to redefine the lash line and the pupil and make it darker. I usually do this because my initial sketches are in a lighter color than the colors of the eye. I want them to stand out more, so that's what I do. Okay, so now I'm adding eyelashes, and I do this with the airbrush tool as well. And I'm not adding too many. I don't like it when people add a lot of eyelashes, and I don't like it when I do it because I think it looks very unnatural, and there's just too much going on if you add all the eyelashes. So I'm just drawing a few to give it a subtle feminine makeup kind of look. It's always hard to get these right because you never know where to place them if you're just placing a few. It takes some time, but then you're done and then you're happy, so it's better to take your time. Okay, I'm adding a lighter color to the iris now because I'm going to clean that up and brighten it up a little. I'm using the lighter color on the bottom of the eye because I think because it looks because naturally the light would fall on the lower part of the eye, and the shadow would fall on the top part of the eye. I'm sorry for taking so long sometimes for explaining stuff, by the way. It's really annoying, but I just want to explain it well, so... But yeah, the shadow falls on top of the eye, so the pupil blends in with the shadow, like that, and the highlights come down. I'm giving her a little bit more realistic eye bags from hours of watching anime instead of sleeping, I guess, video games, or reading comics or books. I'm now using the water tool in another layer in a light blue color to create a secondary light, and I'm blending this out really well because I want it to be subtle, but this creates a more interesting look than just one shade of highlights, and I always do this because it just looks really fun, I guess. I'm erasing it so it doesn't go into the eyelash line because, well, eyelash lines are not like eyes, they don't shine. I'm adding white highlights using the airbrush tool again, because the airbrush tool and the water tool are basically all I use. And I'm cleaning up a little bit more right now with the darker color. I also decided that she needed a little bit more definition around the eye, so I'm using a very dark, almost black, big airbrush to create a shadowy kind of effect and make it all a lot more darker. Creating contrast in your drawing is a good idea to make it pop more, especially if you want to draw attention to a certain kind of part of your drawing. And I wanted to bring the attention to the eyes in this portrait, so I'm making them stand out more than the rest of what I draw. I create a overlay layer, and I take a pink color, a light pink color, and I brush this with the airbrush on the lower part of the eye to create a warm reddish kind of glow on the yellow parts. And that's about it. I finished the entire picture and it looks like this now, and I'm really happy with the result because I'm trying to find my own like kind of swoop style in painting, and I think I'm kind of succeeding right now. I think it's getting somewhere. It's getting good, I guess. Yeah, I'm content. Anyway, this tutorial was hopefully somewhat useful to you. If it was, please leave me a thumbs up and tell me what you thought about it. Even if you dislike it, tell me what you think about it, because without your constructive criticism, I'm not getting anywhere. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next week, because I'm going to try to make weekly videos. Yeah! Bye!